Hey everybody, my name is Emrys. I'm Brew at Brew here in Montreal, and today I'll be doing a masterclass on how to do a V60. Today we'll be using Traffic's beans. We got an awesome Ethiopian from the Guji region, and what we'll be doing is I got some 20 gram doses here. So for a V60, what you're going to be doing is kind of a medium to fine grind. Just because the way the V60 works is it draws everything down through the brewer here, drops it all down, and now that we have our ground coffee as well as our brewer here, we're going to take some hot water, just rinse out that paper filter. Sometimes the filter tends to carry a bit of a paper taste, so you just want to get that out of there. So we have our brewer ready, coffee grounds, we're good to go. So we have our water here at 94 Celsius, not too hot so you don't lose any of that flavor. Everything's good to go. So the way that the V60 starts out is with something called a bloom. So you start with a little bit of the water, usually about 3 times the weight that you put in. You put that in there, and you just kind of let that degas. That's because there's a lot of gas trapped in the coffee beans, and if you leave that in there, it could tend to kind of play around with your extraction. It's not usually the ideal. So just leave that between 35 and 45 seconds, and then from there, you're going to start to pour. So we're hitting about the 40-second mark right now. In my experience, for a good extraction, you basically just want to be super steady and stable. Now, there are some people that tend to do a couple of stages of pours. I just usually end up doing one and keep it really steady. And the other thing to keep in mind is to kind of pour in a circular motion, making sure that you try and get all the coffee saturated with water. And once we hit about 320, which gives us a 1:16 ratio, you'll be good to go. And just to finish it off, give a nice little spin. Makes all the coffee get down into a nice little flat bed, so that all the water just draws down nice and evenly. Now you wait. So I'm repping the Zab World Tour right now. So Zab, who is the roaster and coffee supplier for Brew, is doing some takeovers of coffee shops around here in Montreal. And basically what they do is that we got some of our crew from Brew that go over to various coffee shops. We got the next one coming up here on the. If you can tell me what the next day is.
Ingamba. Then N latte.
Yeah. So basically, some of our baristas from Brew are going to be taking over in Gamba. Basically, putting our beans on bar, pulling some shots, making lattes, and basically having an all-around fun time. So it looks like we're pretty much done now. And once that's done, you can just serve her over to the side. All right. Oh, really nice fruity notes. Almost a bit like grape. Very sweet, which tends to be characteristic of Ethiopia, especially the Guji region. So super sweet, super light. Reminds me a lot of tea. Like kind of close to a rooibos.